Hey there, food lovers and kitchen adventurers. Welcome back to another episode where we take everyday foods and pit them against each other in a friendly, cool, delicious battle. Today, it's the ultimate breakfast showdown. The mighty boiled egg versus the superstar omelet. Two egg-based legends. One question, which is better for your health, taste buds, and lifestyle? Stick with me till the end because I've got a bonus tip that could completely change how you eat eggs forever. And yes, along the way, we'll sprinkle in real-life stories, some science, and maybe even a few egg jokes. That will make you crack up. But before we dive in, kindly like this video and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification bell as well, so you can be notified when next we drop another video. All right, let's dive in. The backstory of eggs and omelets. Eggs are one of the oldest and most versatile foods in human history. People have been eating them for thousands of years, long before fried rice, pizza, or even sliced bread existed. The boiled egg is the purest form. You take an egg, add water, heat it up, and boom, breakfast. It's minimal, simple, and reliable. Then somewhere in history, probably in France, someone thought, hey, what if we whisk this thing, throw in some herbs, maybe cheese, veggies, and fold it into a fluffy masterpiece? And so, the omelet was born. Fun fact, in France, there's even a tradition where towns come together to cook giant omelets big enough to feed hundreds of people. Imagine that. An omelet the size of a swimming pool. Nutritional showdown. Let's get a little science why. But I promise, no boring lecture. A boiled egg roughly has 78 calories, 6g protein, 5g fat, mostly healthy fats, rich in vitamin B12, choline, and selenium. Because it's boiled, there's no added oil or butter, making it a low-calorie, high-protein snack. An omelet, on the other hand, depends heavily on what you put in it. But here's the twist. Add vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, or tomatoes, and suddenly your omelet becomes a nutrient-packed powerhouse. Personal story time. A friend of mine, David, used to be all about boiled eggs. He said they were the perfect gym snack. He could pop 2 boiled eggs after a workout and feel full for hours. But when he switched to veggie omelets for breakfast, he noticed something interesting. He was not only full, but also more energized. Why? The vegetables and healthy fats slowed digestion, giving him longer-lasting energy, cooking time, and convenience. Here's where boiled eggs shine: convenience. You can boil a batch of eggs, store them in the fridge, and grab one when you're hungry. They're portable, mess-free, and can even double as an emergency protein snack. Omelets, well, you've got to cook them fresh, and they take more prep, chopping veggies, whisking eggs, heating the pan. Not something you want to do when you're rushing for work. Real-life example. When I was in college, my mornings were chaos. I'd hit the snooze button 3 times, realize I had 15 minutes to leave, and that's when boiled eggs saved me. Omelet. Forget it. I barely had time to find my socks. Taste and texture. Let's be honest. Taste plays a big role in which is better. Boiled eggs are straightforward. Mild flavor, a little creamy in the yolk, and firm in the white. They're perfect with a sprinkle of salt and pepper, but they can get boring fast. Omelets, though, that's where creativity explodes. You can make them cheesy, herby, spicy, or even sweet. They can be fluffy like a pillow or thin and folded like a crepe. Taste analogy. Boiled eggs are like a plain white t-shirt, reliable and classic. Omelets are like that shirt with cool designs, bright colors, and maybe even glitter. Health considerations. When it comes to weight loss, boiled eggs often take the crown. Why? Because they're lower in calories and contain no added fats, from cooking oil, butter, or cheese. A single large boiled egg has about 70 to 78 calories depending on size. Compare that to an omelet cooked with oil and fillings, which can easily jump to 200 to 400 calories without you realizing it. For anyone counting calories, boiled eggs are like the friendly neighbor who drops by to help, while omelets can be like that fun friend who always convinces you to order dessert. Now for muscle building, both options are excellent. The protein content is nearly identical, around 6 to 7 grams per large egg, and your body will thank you for every bite. But omelets can offer extra nutrients if you toss in spinach, mushrooms, peppers, tomatoes, or even lean meats like chicken breast or turkey. In other words, an omelet can be like a protein bar with a personality. When we talk about heart health, the key word is moderation. Eggs do contain cholesterol, about 186 milligrams per yolk. But modern research has flipped the old advice on its head. For most healthy people, 1 to 2 eggs a day is perfectly fine and won't raise heart disease risk. The real danger isn't the egg itself. It's what you cook it with. A little olive oil or avocado oil. Great. But too much butter, processed meats, or heavy cheese. That's when you start turning breakfast into a cholesterol bomb. True story. I once knew a guy who proudly declared, "I eat an omelet every morning. Super healthy." I was impressed until I saw the process. He melted half a stick of butter, threw in 2 different cheeses, loaded it with sausage, and added barely any vegetables. Yes, technically it was an omelet, but nutritionally, it was closer to a heart attack wearing a chef's hat. Versatility and cultural love. Eggs are truly a global superstar. They have this amazing ability to adapt to almost any cuisine. In Japan, you'll find tamago sushi, a slightly sweet rolled egg served on rice. In Spain, there's the legendary tortilla española, a thick potato omelet that's practically a national treasure. In India, the masala omelet reigns supreme as street food royalty, bursting with onions, chilies, and fresh coriander. Boiled eggs shine in salads, ramen bowls, and as protein-packed snacks. They're portable, mess-free, and can even be made in bulk for the week. You can sprinkle them with a little salt and pepper, or dress them up with paprika, chili flakes, or a dash of soy sauce. Omelets, on the other hand, are like a chef's playground. You can make them simple with just eggs and salt, or go gourmet with smoked salmon, goat cheese, and fresh herbs. They fit anywhere: breakfast, brunch, or even a quick dinner after a long day. Who is the winner? So, boiled eggs versus omelet. Who wins? If you want speed, convenience, and fewer calories, then boiled egg wins. You can make them in advance, store them in the fridge, and eat them on the go. If you want flavor variety, extra nutrients, and a satisfying hot meal, omelet wins. You can pack it with vegetables, herbs, and lean protein to create something delicious and filling. In short, it's a tie. The real winner is you as long as you match the choice to your needs that day. Bonus tip: the hybrid method. Here's that little hack I promised you. A method that gives you the best of both worlds. Why not have both? 1. Boil your eggs first. 2. Chop them into pieces. 3. Fold them into an omelet along with vegetables, herbs, and light seasoning. This way, you get the convenience of boiled eggs and the flavor power of an omelet in one dish. Or, you could meal prep boiled eggs for busy weekday mornings and treat yourself to a freshly made omelet on the weekend, when you have more time to enjoy the process. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, both boiled eggs and omelets are nutritious, budget-friendly, and endlessly versatile. They can fit into weight loss plans, muscle-building diets, or just a simple healthy lifestyle, as long as you prepare them with care. So, whether you're team boiled or team omelet, remember this: the best egg is the one that fits your goals, your taste, and your schedule. If you enjoyed this little breakfast battle, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun food comparisons. And now it's your turn. Drop a comment and tell me, are you a boiled egg person or an omelet fan? Or are you secretly on Team Hybrid?